a total practice and patience. Like, today, I was spent pretty much the whole day working on one problem. And it was a very annoying problem, and I didn't realize, like, what it was. And it turned out it was fixed in 2 lines of code. And it was one of those things that I should have known was going to be an issue, but I didn't realize that those 2 lines of code were missing. But hey, I fixed my problem and things got working, so hooray. I want to make a game or two, but like, tempered expectations. So there are a lot of engines out there that you don't need any coding for. I mentioned RPG Maker earlier, that's one of them. Stay away from the newest one, it kind of sucks from what I hear. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fortunately, Geno and Bowser's are tanks, so they're not squishy like Peach's. Game Maker, you can use without a programming language, especially for like more simpler games. And there's also like GDevelop, and I think Construct doesn't use programming. I think that's event-based. And I think if you are going to make it like a game, you should do what... You should obviously start simple, first of all. Like, think about like a way you can like iterate on Pong or like Tetris or, you know, something simple, something that's already been done. Kind of give like a whole new like take on it. To kind of get yourself up on like what's the idea of fun. I want to make a farm sim style game with light RPG aspects. Ah, I see. That is a little more complicated. That's a little more complicated. But I mean, I've seen really good things happen in like using Game Maker, even without like actual coding. And same for GDevelop and stuff. And also, I will say that although it does require coding, Godot engine is very good. It's actually really easy to learn too. And they have really good documentation. That's what I'm using for my game's UI. And it's worked out really well. I was able to do a lot quickly. Okay, look at that. Flower tap. And I should heal Peach. Oh, that did a lot. Wow. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I'll look into it. The game thing will need to come far in the future because I also want to do a webtoon, a book, write an unfiction series. You have a lot of plans. That's good. It's good to keep busy. It's good to, like, you know, have your hobbies. Because the way I look at it, and this is obviously like a new, like, kind of like, I don't know, a new, like, paradigm I kind of fell into, is that even if you don't finish something, it's still a learning opportunity, because you can still use that information to go off of. Like, the game that I was working on before that I'm not working on it anymore because I ran out of money and I can't really, like, do my vision for it. Bower again? Okay. I actually used parts of that, and parts of what I know, and parts of the design for it in this current project I'm working on. I want to do a lot, so I'm building slowly. And I think that's good. I think it's good to take things slowly. Despite what those, like, you know, tech bro grind boys say, oftentimes if you end up kind of like rushing into things, that's when you get hurt, and that's when you're going to, you know, that's gonna be a bigger propensity for failure, is if you try to rush things. Take things one at a time, do learning from it and enjoy what you do. And if you don't enjoy it anymore, stop doing it and move on to something else. No one's gonna blame you for doing that. Yeah, people might say, oh, well, you know, Maria never finished the project, so... Do you think Stephen King finished all the books he's written? The answer is no, and he reveals that himself in Art to Writing. I mean, like, what's-his-face, the Game of Thrones guy. He's still working on his most recent book. And it's not finished. And guess what? It's probably never going to be finished. And, you know, that's okay. But yeah, speaking of hobbies, I'm pretty excited. I'm working on a Discord community, which, yeah, I know it's going to be small, and it's probably going to be like most of my friends for a while, and I'm happy with that, because I'm happy to provide them another Discord to kind of like be cozy in. Because we need more like cozy Discords to kind of hang out in. Okay. Yeah, I have to fight you. I'm just tweaking. I'm actually going to, like, I'm not going to delete the server, but I'm going to delete all the channels I made in it and restructure them. Because I realized, like, a much easier way of dealing with it, the way I want it to be dealt with, and the way I want, like, the roles and set up. I'm gonna... Oh, I'm low on FP. I better do Star Egg. Because last time I made a Discord server, apparently they made a lot of changes to, like, how roles work and how you do and how you admin them. So hopefully I'll have that ready by Sunday, assuming that that affiliation email comes in and stuff like that, because that's when I'll reveal it. Let's try this. 95's not bad. I'll take 95. Can't wait to see Octo. Yeah, I'm excited to reveal it. Want it to be a nice, cozy space and a place for like other streamers to kind of self-publish. Oh, dang it. To kind of, you know. Meanwhile, Isometric Famicom Crush is a lost thing. Yeah, I agree with that. It really is. Why is... Oh, because I only have 13. That's why. Hang network, potentially new friends. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That is my goals for that Discord. Just another place for, you know, people to hang out and chill and be seen. You know, kind of keep it a little bit, make it so that people feel comfortable there. That's the whole go. Because as a lot of people currently in this Twitch chat know about what happens when people don't feel comfortable in certain situations, bad things can happen. So I don't want that to happen. I spend like 40 minutes crafting rules and trying to like, from my experience in like dealing with like roleplay communities and free companies of Final 14, Discords I've been involved in, etc. Like trying to cover every single situation that can happen. And I know some people are going to read that list and are going to balk at it and be like, who does she think she is? What kind of dictator is she? And then I'll just explain that, you know, I just wanted to be like a place where everyone can feel like they can be themselves and get along. Alright, who's our next boss? Ah, it's Croco 2, okay. This should be easy. Exactly, for a healthy community, you need healthy boundaries. No boundaries, no health. Exactly. I agree. I completely... you know, I think people underestimate the power of boundaries. And I don't understand why people bristle up when people do put boundaries on. So... Okay, here's another little out-of-character thing that I'm willing to admit. I've had struggles with my mental health before, and from like 2016 to 2020, I was a mess. I was a complete and total mess, and I would be the first person to tell you I was a complete and total mess. And I've had a lot of bouts of intensive therapy in a bunch of different ways. And in every single instance, most of the sessions I've had was just on how to set boundaries for yourself and for other people. Setting boundaries ultimately is a great thing. People should do it more often. It's silly that for some reason it's like demonized. Girl, same? Yeah, thank you. My, same people I don't understand breathing down your neck while... Yeah, exactly, because that's a boundary people have. I mean, it's a small boundary, it's an understandable boundary, but even, like, not understandable boundaries should be respected, because they're a boundary. There's a lot of good conversation going on in the chat. People who enforce their boundaries are harder to manipulate. I have no comment on that one at this time. But yeah, that's you're extremely right though, I will say. From previous experiences in like pretty much my entire life. You want the back, you gotta take me down first. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, friend. We're just trying to get to Spiffy. Chomp. Oh, you stole our items. That's why. I want this hat. Can we take this hat? I want this hat too. It's a nice hat. I love Croco's design. It's a really good one. Maybe I should be one of the streamers that have like an unusual hat or something. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, I can't use Star Egg. Oh no. What am I ever going to do? Time to win this battle fairly. By dealing copious amounts of pains.